Lesson 7.3, Rebuilding Emotional Intimacy After Conflict. Why emotional intimacy fades after conflict. Let's be real. Arguments happen. Whether it's about who forgot to pick up milk or a deeper issue, conflict can throw a wrench in the emotional closeness you've built with your partner. When emotions flare up, words can fly, and suddenly you've got a case of the emotional cold shoulder. Hurt feelings, misunderstandings, and those, "oh no, I shouldn't have said that," moments can make you feel disconnected. Over time, unresolved arguments can erode that sweet, cozy emotional intimacy like a leaky roof in a rainstorm. But don't worry, rebuilding emotional intimacy after a conflict is totally possible and super important. It's all about reconnecting, rebuilding trust, and making sure both of you feel heard and valued. Let's dive into how you can patch things up and get back to that warm and fuzzy place. Steps to rebuilding emotional intimacy. 1. Acknowledge the conflict. Step 1. Don't pretend that argument didn't happen. Sweeping it under the rug just means you'll trip over it later. Once things have cooled down, have a calm, grown-up chat about what went down. 2. Apologize and take responsibility. Look, we all mess up. Own your part in the conflict, apologize, and acknowledge what went wrong. It's not about assigning blame. It's about creating a solid foundation to rebuild trust. 3. Forgive and let go. Holding on to resentment? Not helpful. Once you've both apologized and aired out the issue, practice forgiveness and let go of the grudge. Trust us, your emotional intimacy will thank you. 4. Reconnect through affection. Sometimes a good hug says what words can't. After you've sorted things out, show a little physical affection, a hug, a kiss, even holding hands. Physical touch is like emotional glue, bringing you back together. 5. Revisit the positive aspects of your relationship. Remember why you like each other in the first place. Reflect on what makes your relationship awesome. Share happy memories, express appreciation, and remind each other why you're in this together. 6. Create new positive experiences. Nothing says we're back on track like making new memories. Whether it's planning a fun date night, going for a walk, or tackling something new together, these moments help rebuild the emotional bond after a disagreement. Challenges in rebuilding emotional intimacy. Let's be honest. Rebuilding emotional intimacy isn't always smooth sailing, especially if the conflict hit hard. Some bumps along the road might include lingering resentment. If one or both of you are holding on to hurt feelings, it's going to be tough to fully reconnect. Avoidance. Pretending the conflict didn't happen doesn't make it go away. Avoiding the issue just creates more distance and tension. Fear of vulnerability. After a fight, opening up again can feel a bit like tiptoeing into a cold pool. Scary, and you're not sure you want to dive in. How to overcome these challenges. So how do you navigate these tricky spots? Here's what you can do. Communicate openly. Dodging the conversation won't solve anything. Make an effort to talk about what happened and how it made you feel. Open, honest communication is key to getting back on track. Be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is emotional intimacy after a big argument. Take your time, give each other space, and let trust rebuild naturally. Prioritize empathy. Try to see things from your partner's perspective. Putting yourself in their shoes helps create a compassionate, understanding environment for both of you to heal. Reflection exercise. Think back to a recent conflict. You know the one. Ask yourself, how did the argument affect your emotional connection? What steps can you take to rebuild that intimacy? How can you practice more empathy and forgiveness moving forward? By intentionally working to rebuild emotional intimacy, you can patch up those rough spots, restore trust, and get back to that strong, connected relationship, even after tough disagreements.